It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Dolphins and the Giants.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Off the bootleg, Blackwell gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
On 1st and 10, Blackwell is going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Barkley again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback, standing at 6'5".
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Saunders. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll try the left side. Calhoun. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Operating from the gun, Saunders. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Saunders. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Not a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 126 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily none.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make this a second down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Looking to throw on second down. Blackwell. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Back to throw. Blackwell. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down. Looking to throw. Saunders. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Good work, boy.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Saunders. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Is that all you got?
So an early challenge, and you know that those coaches hate to use those red flags too early, but this one turns out to be successful. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's go.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Blackwell. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Operating from the gun. Blackwell. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Off play action. Blackwell. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Miami set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll run on first down. Calhoun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle. 77 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Off the bootleg, Blackwell. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Giants on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Saunders. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. Back to throw. Blackwell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Eric Armstead. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Blackwell. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. To throw on 2nd down, Saunders. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Saunders. That's going to be caught by Waddle. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Barkley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there just before halftime.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Saunders. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. DeForest Buckner has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Get it!
Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? Shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. You just watch 88 over there. Just watch 88. Check. Tight right. Tight right.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Saunders. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Extra point forthcoming. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pick pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Miami set to take over.
Throwing on first down. Saunders in trouble, and he's taken down. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
2nd and 16.
Hands it off out of the gun. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Throwing on 3rd and long. Saunders airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blackwell. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Blackwell. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down.
Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
Well, we've seen this from them before because you can move the ball on them through the middle of the field, but once you get into the red zone, that's where they really clamp down. They come up with the interception there, but you know about this crew. They're playing modern defense, taking care of the red zone 3rd downs and getting after the quarterback.
On 1st down, Parker. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Saunders. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
To throw on third down, Saunders. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Able to get away. His throw incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Blackwell. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Blackwell.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Ooh, with a juke. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
The last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
On 1st and 10, Saunders. This one caught by Ridley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Saunders.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
They'll run on first down. Calhoun fighting through. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw on second down. Saunders.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
That's it, baby. We go.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On third down, Saunders. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Kadarius Toney
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
On first down, Blackwell. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football.
Right there. Dead, baby.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Blackwell. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Anytime that ball comes to me, I'm trying to take it to the house.
4 down.
On first down, Calhoun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Saunders. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On third down, Calhoun. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Sanders' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Blackwell. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Operating from the gun, Blackwell. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Gray. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Looking to throw. Blackwell. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here's a give to Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Back to throw. Blackwell. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Completed pass, brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to...
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't.